Hi, this is Red Miller, and a question that I get asked really frequently is what is the difference between the Hypnobirthing program and the Love-Based Birth program? So I just wanted to share with you in a couple minutes my thoughts on that. It's a good question because both programs we do have a lot of similarities in the program. For example, we both like to talk about the mind-body connection and how whatever's happening in the mind is going to be manifest in the body. So we both kind of use those aspects. We both use aspects also from the book by Grantley Decreed, Birth Without Fear. It's a book that was published in the 1940s. It was one of the first kind of texts about, he goes into the fear, tension, pain syndrome. He talks about, he really beautifully describes the uterine muscle as well. So we both use kind of aspects of his philosophy. And then we both use natural or normal birth philosophy. So the idea that we can do this. This is a really normal function that the body does as women. We can give birth to our babies easily and gently. We were made to do that. We also use affirmations and visualizations. So there are a lot of similarities in the program. I would say both programs are really for people who are interested in not just learning about positions of birth and stages of labor, but actually use the pregnancy period as a really awesome time for self-development and looking at different practices that we can do to better all aspects of our lives. And then there are a few differences. So what I see is that, I did teach the hypnobirthing program for several years, and I think it's a fabulous program. And I wanted to create a program that could integrate my experience with active birthing, integrate my experience as a home birth midwife for the last 12 years, and really integrate what I see that works really well during labor. And I also wanted to create a program that really that set women up to feel really powerful and positive no matter what their birth looks like. So I don't feel that it's completely realistic to think that we're all going to birth in a really passive and relaxed way. Many women are going to birth like roaring tigresses. They're going to be up, they're going to be moving, they're going to be, sweating and making lots of noise. And that's perfect as well. So I don't think that birth has to look any certain way. So I open it up a little bit to a further discussion in that sort of way, and we look at, what are the interventions of birth, and if they are necessary, how can we work them into our plan and work with them with ease as well. We look at, how to avoid the interventions, but then what if we need the interventions? We look at what if you need a C-section? How do you make that as gentle as possible? We look at, we really go into the idea of pain guides and fear guides, and like how do we use these guides to really help us to get proactive and to take charge of our birth. So rather than pretending that fear doesn't exist or pretending that pain isn't going to exist, we really explore and start a conversation about, okay, well, if they're there, how do we get really friendly with them? How do we become friends? How do we use them to our advantage? So that's also a big, just starting to sort of shift that relationship a little bit is something that we love to do in the Love-Based Birth program as well. So I hope that helps to differentiate a little bit. I think both of them are really awesome programs, and you're not going to go wrong either way. So whatever you choose to do is going to be the right choice for you, and so go for it. And whatever you do, just put your whole heart into it, and that's how you're going to get the best outcome.